All right, welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening, U.F.O. KO Tower Defense. It is worth noting that this is actually a pre-release review, as at time of recording, the game will be coming out tomorrow. Also, this is one of those games that has hidden its price point, so we cannot factor that into the review at time of recording. Not that it will matter much, honestly. Anyway, U.F.O. KO here. Your planet is being invaded. We are receiving reports that sightings of up to 10 different craft have been seen in the skies all over the world. There is no evidence that these craft are alien, but we can't rule it out. You've been assigned the task of defending the planet and been given access to 6 unique weapons to defend 20 tactical locations. Access a direct line to your HQ for orbital and air support has been additionally been granted to help you fight off the hostile forces and save the day. The fate of the world is in your hands. Will mankind be assimilated? So, from the marketing materials here, this game seems to have a bit of a cheeky personality. When, first off, if you look at the actual screenshots, you will note how little personality the graphics actually have, and the models and everything. It's kind of a bit of a dissonance here. But that's not the main problem.
I mean, I suppose you could make some kind of argument that shiny is a personality.
Right, but not,
I know what you mean, though.
yeah, it's not the personality what this is going for here. Like, this is very bland for a game that's going for tongue-in-cheek comedy. Now, what I'm saying is the marketing isn't matching the material, but that's not really the problem with this game. I will preface this here. This is one of the worst tower defense games I've ever played. I will say it messes up in a way I haven't seen before, but it still messes it up. And that is, this is a fairly stripped down tower defense game, as in there's not a lot of units. But, you know, we've showcased those kind of tower defense games before, usually 2D, but those were usually good or decent. Like this, however, this messes up by messing up one of the core concepts of a tower defense game. Tower defense game is ultimately a game about resource management, and that is here, but they barely give you anything in terms of monetary resources.
Is there any way to get more?
There is, by killing more aliens. But you can only afford to get one fucking tower starting out. That is bad. I'm sorry. That is just flat out bad. Because you didn't scale it properly. Like, I failed the tutorial level several times because I didn't place the one singular tower in the one space like they recommended.
But like well, did they actually recommend it strongly, or?
Yes, they did, but you know, I was testing things.
Okay.
But it's like, if you didn't put it in that one space, you're not going to survive the wave. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and that really never gets better. Like, you know, you get more money by killing robots. And this also turns into a bit of a Twitch thing because in order to aid, you will get an aerial or orbital bombardment feature, and you will need to use that, or else you might fail a certain wave. And you know, you also get the choice of upgrading things, or you want another tower, but it never really ramps up. Like, I can see what they were going for. You know, going for like a much more strategic element than maybe your typical tower defense game, but this isn't good resource management. At least I didn't find it to be good resource management. I just found it tedious and awful. You know, because the way tower defense resource management is supposed to be, you know, especially at the beginning. Like, this is the kind of thing I would have expected late game, if at all. And honestly, this game doesn't do anything else interesting or, really anything. Like, I'm kind of at a loss of words here because it's outside of the wretched difficulty, it's completely bland tower defense stuff. And that's kind of what I was hinting at in terms of, the price point isn't going to matter too much because I couldn't really recommend it at any price point because there are dirt cheap tower defense games on Steam. They're not necessarily new. Like the iBomber tower defense games come immediately to mind. If you want something that's fairly stripped down, but still, good. This is not it. I would give kudos for trying to attempt, something a bit different in the core stratagem if it had worked. It didn't work here. I played this thing for half an hour, got through three stages, and I'm like, I'm done. This isn't fun. This is frustrating. Mind you, the tower defense genre can fall into that. But usually on the other end of the spectrum, as in, sometimes tower defenses go on for way too fucking long. Like, you might not know if your stratagem worked until many waves ahead, and you've all of a sudden wasted a half an hour. This has happened to me. But this is on the other end. Like, if you mess up, you will know very quickly. And like I said, there's nothing here that really warrants me recommending it. Like, sorry to the devs, but, this is probably one of the games that's appearing on our worst of list. We'll probably update this, or we'll update the pricing situation on Wednesday. But yeah, not really giving this a recommendation. This is going on the no pile. And that is unfortunate. All right, so that'll about do it for not just this review, but the review session. The week ahead. So on Wednesday, August 4th, we'll be having Catherine Cleveland and Callista Bashir of Mauve Games. They have just released a game called Billiards Dungeon. Like, that is actually a fairly literal interpretation of the title, because it is a dungeon and you play billiards in it. Also, it is a roguelike, because of course it is. Like, anyway, on Friday, August 6th, we'll be welcoming Simon Thierry of AMC Games and Andrew Crenshaw of Thunked Games. They are the creator and publisher, respectively, of the magnificent Truffle Pigs, a narrative adventure game where you have a metal detector and you are looking for treasure. I've only put about a half an hour into this game because I was busy today. I'm looking forward to playing more, though. And also looking forward to the interview on Friday. We will be having an episode of Last News Desk on the Left as well. So, full-on week this week. And until Wednesday, I shall wish you good gaming.